Dear students, welcome to our class on climate change. Climate change, effect of climate change on crops, basics 2, that is on high temperature. So in the basics 1, we tried to understand the effects of elevated CO2 individually. Now, in this class, again, I would like to impress upon you that we are discussing basics only. Climate change, effect of climate change on crop, basics 2 with reference to high temperature. So, in the earlier classes, in the basics, when we studied, temperature is defined as measure of speed per molecule of all the molecules of the body, whereas the heat is the energy arising from random motion of all the molecules of the body. In other words, heat measures the total molecular energy, whereas in temperature, there we measure the average energy of individual molecules. In the temperature, we measure average energy of individual molecules. That's why the units are degree centigrade, degree Fahrenheit. As far as heat is concerned, energy units, so total molecular energy we do it. We measure it. So calories, joules, like that units are there. In other words, in a very simple language, temperature determines the direction of heat flow. It measures the direction of heat flow. Why I am telling again the basics is for one reason that in this class we are trying to understand how the high temperature, okay, is going to change or is going to affect our crops. Basics. Again, I am telling you these are the basics. Some straightforward statements like I am going to cover in a nutshell way how the duration of the crop is going to affect it. How the photosynthetes are going to be affected with high temperature. How the snow cover is going to melt. How this particular frost in temperate regions particularly is going to get affected, and what is the consequence from the crop side. This is in a very simple way we are going to discuss in a very simple way, straightforward statements like. Now the first statement is the crop duration and durations of various phenological phases of a crop cultivar is determined by accumulation of growing degree days. See, T maximum plus T minimum. See, in the growing degree days, what we say is GDD, for example, GDD. Several times I told T max plus T min by 2. That means the average temperature minus TB, base temperature. Okay, this is the base temperature. Okay, now, so summation, we go for a summation. Okay, right, summation for a duration of a particular crop, growing degree days. So, when temperatures are increasing, T maximum increasing, what is happening? The crop duration is going to be reduced. That is the first effect. Second effect is when the, as far as the global warming is concerned, there is an increase in the minimum temperature. What is minimum temperature? You see, today is November 2021. Okay, for example, maximum temperature say 20, minimum 50, 15 degrees centigrade. Okay, now here due to climate change, the minimum temperatures are going on increasing. Once the minimum temperatures are going on increasing, here the minimum temperatures are increasing. Now, what will happen? The photosynthetes that are produced during the daytime are going to be consumed in the dark respiration. So, this is another, see, once again, in the high temperatures, number one, the crop durations are going to be reduced because okay, when we apply for GDD, okay, there we can say it through GDD. Now, third thing I would like to impress upon you is that usually what happens is a snow cover is there. Snow cover is there. Presume that this is the snow cover over the land, snow cover over the land, snow. Okay, sun's rays are falling. When sun's rays are falling on the snow, what will happen? 95% is reflected by the snow, white snow, because the albedo values are very, very high, okay, for snow. Now, what is happening here? Air gets warmed up. Air gets warmed up. Now, once air gets warmed up because of reflected radiation from the snow, the ambient air temperature increases, the snow cover goes on melting, melting, melting. Now, in the previous classes I told that the glaciers are already melting. Now, where the snow is there, snow cover is going to get melted. Once the snow cover is getting melted, what will happen? The water reaches the coastal areas of oceans or deltaic areas. In that areas, what is going to happen? The fresh water is increasing, and naturally for a short period the rainfall is expected to increase, but in the long run the rainfall is going to be reduced. So the initial impact of reduced snow cover or snow melting enhances the possibilities of rainfall to some extent for a limited period, but later on the effects are going to be otherwise. Now, so fourth important point I would like to discuss is upon fertilizers. See, we apply the fertilizers to different crops. Basal application, top dressing of application of fertilizers, we do it. Now, particularly nitrogen fertilizers, whether it is urea, DAP or whatever it may be, okay, nitrogenous fertilizer, what is going to happen? Higher air temperature will lead to higher soil temperatures, which will increase the mineralization and gaseous loss of nitrogen. This is very interesting. Again, I would like to impress upon my beloved students that, see, basics too only. We are not going for climate change advances as far as high temperature is concerned. Now, so basically, when the air temperature is increasing, the soil temperature is going to increase automatically. Once the soil temperature increases, the mineralization takes place, gaseous nitrogen goes into the atmosphere. Then, what are the consequences? This global warming will necessitate increased applications of nitrogenous fertilizers. Naturally, we have to apply more fertilizer, either basal or top dressing. And again, another important thing with reference to climate change is in this process, this in turn will lead to greater infusion of nitrous oxide into the atmosphere, climate change. So this is again related to climate change. So gaseous nitrogen is escaping. Now, as far as the low latitudes and temperate regions are concerned, here crops, we are discussing high temperature effects on effect of climate change on crops basics to high temperature. If you take the globe, okay, this is the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, eastern side, western side, okay, this is the equator. Now, particularly this area, okay, tropics of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, okay, here the equator, okay. What is happening is in the tropical areas, so statement I will give, the tropical areas, lower latitudes, the crops are going to be adversely affected with higher temperature as compared to in higher latitude, that is the temperate zone. So, few statements I would like to share with you. Global warming will adversely affect crop prospects much more in the low latitudes, that is the tropics, than in the temperate regions. Initially, the increase in the temperatures will lead to an increase in the frost-free period, and earlier maturity and harvest of crops in temperate zones. So, frost-free zones, you will get it. Frost-free windows, you will get it. So, therefore, you will get good crops harvest. However, of course, this is limited to certain time only. That is the statement. There will be reduced or less severe incidence of frost in all the crop frost-prone areas. Initially, crop frost-prone areas in the temperate zones are going to have some relaxing. Then, okay, now here is very important with reference to climate change. Here, with the passage of time, crop prospects in temperate zones will also begin to worsen. That is the word used. However, I would like to impress upon that otherwise. Okay, otherwise. So, last few important statements with reference to pests and diseases. Rising temperature will have sufficient effects on the incidence, severity and spread of pests and diseases. High temperatures will cause this one. Warmer temperatures favor thermophilic fungi. Warmer temperature favor thermophilic fungi. Warmer temperature inhibit thermophobic fungi. So two things are there. Another thing is higher temperatures will lead to lesser leaf wetness duration. Say for example, see higher temperatures cause, presume that okay, you are in the frost prone area. Presume that this is the leaf, for example. This is the leaf, for instance, for academic interest, this is the leaf. Now, high temperature, okay, high temperature, leaf wetness duration is reduced. Duration is reduced. So, once the duration is reduced, what will happen? Of course, some fungus or say some, for example, downy mildew. There is a possibility for reduction of reduced impact of reduced incidence of downy mildew like that. So leaf wetness duration is going to be reduced. The final point I would like to share with you is increase in temperature will lead to more pests attacking more crops in the temperate climatic zones. So when the temperature is increasing in the temperate zones, these are the temperate zones, okay. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. So, temperate zones, okay, here the pests are going to increase. In a simple way, I would like to share with you that these are again, okay, climate change, effect of climate change on top, basics to only straight statements on high temperature. Thank you for your patient hearing.